welcome to my North Knit Corner. My name is Anne and I come to you from the south of Norway. Here I live with my husband, our 3 boys and our Jack Russell Terrier called Mocha. Welcome if you have been here before and welcome if you are here for the first time. Here in my little corner of the internet, I love to share about my knitting. And I hope that if you love knitting as much as I do, that you are ready with your craft of choice, maybe something good to drink and want to spend some time with me while I chat about FOs, Wips, maybe some Yarnjoy and some plans. And yeah, it's very, very good to see you. I'm so thankful that you're here and let's just get started. But before we do, I just want to say, as I always do, that I have information about everything I talk about in the description box below this episode, and I have timestamps on this episode, so it's easy for you to skip back and forth as you please. Before I share my FOs, I just want to quickly tell you about what I'm wearing today. And I am wearing the sweater number 15 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. I knit this several years ago, I think in 2021. And I have knitted this in Filcolana Avetta in the color Denim Blue. It's number 143. And Filcolana Tilia in the color Bluebell, which is 328. And this is actually my very first project that I put into Ravelry, so that's kind of fun. Yeah, but I am loving this sweater. I remember I was so proud when I had knitted this. I had only knitted for a couple of years when I knitted this, and it felt like a very big project with all of these cables, but I managed to do it and I love it so much, and I have been wearing it quite a bit and I still love it. So yeah, this was a very successful project, I think. So yeah, happy with the color and I love how it looks, and it has these bell sleeves, which I also love. It's a very cozy sweater. So that's what I'm wearing. But let's just talk about a few FOs that I have this week. All of them small projects. I am gift knitting and trying to get most of the gift knitting done before December starts. That's my goal. The first one is not a gift knit. It's actually for me. It's the weekend hat by Petiteknit. Here it is. So this is for me. I have been wanting a weekend hat for a very long time. I knitted one for my husband a couple of years ago, and it's so warm and cozy. So last year at Christmas, I wished for this yarn from my dad. It's a yarn from Hettestrikk, a Norwegian hand dyer. The color is called Sweater Weather. And yeah, I have knitted the size, let's see, small on needles 3.5 millimeter US 4. And there's really not much to say. It's just 1x1 rib, and it has this triple brim. You knit this double or 3 rows of double knitting and to try and like fold it better, but here's Mocha. He wants to go. And I just feel like I want to fold this line inside. I'm sure you can't do that, but yeah, but it is what it is. It looks like this. It's okay. It's really warm, and that's what I wanted. When I'm out walking the dog, it's really nice to have a good and warm hat. hat, and he wants to lay by my feet. Okay. Yeah. So this weighs 113 grams. So I use just a little bit over 1 skein of yarn. I haven't said that this is a Peruvian island wool that is hand dyed. I don't really like the left leaning decreases. I don't think it's really like neat looking. You can see it has this kind of squiggly look to it. I don't like that. So I'm a little bit annoyed with myself that I didn't choose to do another left leaning decrease than what was in the pattern. I can't remember that this annoyed me when I knitted the other one, but it's been quite a while since I knit that, so maybe I just didn't remember. But anyways, it's okay, and it's just a hat that's going to warm my head or my ears, so it's okay. It's a nice hat, and I'm happy that I finally have it. So yeah, that's the hat. Then I have knitted a scarf that's going to be a Christmas present for my friend, and it's the Cloudweave scarf by Anniina Juuti. Anniina Juuti. Here it is. So there's two different sizes in the pattern, and the way you knit them is with 2 different gauge. I've knitted with drops air in the color 37 Bluebird, and I've knitted on 4mm needles, US 6, and it weighs 77 grams. So I didn't even use 2 balls of yarn. Which annoys me that I didn't knit a little bit more in the middle here before I started to decrease, because then I could have used more of the yarn. But I will show you, but I have started another one, and then I'm going to be a little bit more mindful so I can use most of the 2 balls of yarn that I have. So I can get a little bit longer scarf, but this is I don't know if I can do this without hitting the microphone, but you can get it around once, and then I think it's a good size for the scarf. But if I can get it a little bit longer in the other one that I'm knitting, I'm going to do that. But this was a very fun and nice project. I really want one for myself, so I maybe have to knit myself one after Christmas. But I hope this will be a nice gift. It's very soft and lovely. So yeah, I hope my friend will be happy. She loves blue, so I hope it's a good color too that she will love. The next one is a cowl. It's actually also for me. So when I said I had mostly gift knitted, that was not true apparently. But this is from the Imogene collection by Daku. It's a cowl, mitts, a fingerless mitts or mittens, and a hat. So I have knitted the cowl. Here it is. And I have knitted this in drops Nord. The main color is 29 marzipan, and then 9 deep ocean, and then 20 blush. And this was a really enjoyable knit. I really loved this. I think this pattern is so nice. Color work, and I really think this is very wintry or Christmassy, or yeah, And I think it's going to look nice with my winter coat. I copied Anna's colors, the colors she chose for her, set, Imogene collection. So I tried to just copy that as good as I could because I thought it was so lovely. And yeah, it's a Mobius twist on this cowl, which I really liked. You can make, this is the smallest one, and you can make a bigger one that you don't do a Mobius twist on, but you can twist it twice around, to get a big cozy cowl. But I just really like this twist, so I wanted that. I didn't say what needles I've been knitting on. I've been knitting on 3.5 millimeters US 4, and it weighs 93 grams. And you have to, you knit in the round, so it's a tube you knit, and that's very handy when you knit color work, of course. And then you have to sew together on the back, or you can also have live stitches, and I wish I had done that. It doesn't say, I think, in the pattern, but I would have, if I did it again, I would have done a provisional cast on and just kept the stitches live, and then maybe do a 3 needle bind off or something in the back instead, or do what's it called again, like you do on the toe. Oh, Kitchener stitch. Yeah, that I could have done as also. But I didn't do that. I wound off, and it didn't look very nice. I did, you're supposed to sew it together then, but I did a very terrible job. It's not nice, and I will show you, because I tried to show both the good and the bad. You can see it's not perfect at all. It's not nice at all. I'm not happy with this, but what I'm thinking is I'm not taking this back up. That's not an option. So this is going to be in the back, and it won't be seen. It will just fold together like this in the back, I imagine, and no one is going to see it, and the front looks okay. So okay, and it's for me. But if I do this again, because this can also be a great gift, I think, then I will keep the stitches live, and I will do a better job. But I think it's beautiful, and I can't wait to start to use this. My last FO today is just a little, I've called it a phone bag, because my dad, he wants, or I have knitted him on before to have his phone in, but it's just a little, just enough space for his phone, and he has a little bit trouble or he has loved that, he's used it a lot, but now he has a little bit of trouble with his hands, so he really struggles to take up the phone from the bag. So he wants a bigger one that is easier to reach into, because he has this around his neck. He's in a wheelchair, and he feels it's nice to have a little bag that he can have his phone in, so it's easy for him to reach it. So I have just, I can show it to you first, maybe. It's not a very nice bag, I'll just have to say. And a very, very long I-cord. So he can have it around his neck like this, and have it in his chair. I just taken 3 strands of yarn held together. The yarn I've used is just scraps. I've used some unknown wool that I had in my stash that I got from a friend once. And I also held Sonnes Baby Lanette in the color 7272 Deep Petrol, and also Drops Bomullin in the color Black, and held them together on needles 5mm, which is US 8. I cast on at the bottom with Egyptian cast on, 32 stitches. Egyptian cast on, wow, hard to say. It's just that I take 2 needles held together, and I just wrap the yarn around, very easy, and then I just drag out one of the needles and start to knit. It's so easy, and it makes a nice, like, and then you just knit around and around and around. It's so easy. So I knitted just as long as I felt like, and I bound off, so I get this folded edge kind of, and then a very nice, not nice, a very long high cord. Words today. Yeah, so I hope this will be what he needs. I think so. It's big enough. I have my phone here, which is on. So it's nice for him to just put it in here. And he can also have his glasses or keys or whatever also in here. So I hope that's what he requested. I think so. So now I can gift that to him. The first WIP I want to share today is for my husband. It's his Bitcoin sweater, and I am a little bit angry with this sweater right now. It's been put away for a little while because my head have not been computing for the last few weeks. There's been a lot of things happening, and I can see it in my knitting that I've been stressed and not my head has been all over the place. So I have first the Bitcoin sweater is just my husband. He wants the sweater with the Bitcoin in a logo or image on it. So I have just made a chart in fiddle stitch, I think it's called, and with this logo in. And I just put that in the Nordic Noel sweater by Anniina Juuti, because I just made a Nordic Noel for my husband that I showed you last week, I think. Not last week, last episode. And so I know that fits him well, so I just used that as a base and I put in the Bitcoin motif in this sweater. And I had knitted half of the Bitcoin logo, and when my husband asked to see how it was looking, and when I lift up the sweater to show him, I realized that I have been knitting this bee, that it's a bee with a few lines in it, the wrong way. So it's like this way, this way instead of that way. That makes sense. Yeah, the bee was the wrong way. So when you see it's not right. And I had been knitting for quite a while, and I just I had to rip it all back and flip the chart of course. I don't know why I didn't think of that, because I'm knitting top down. And anyways, I ripped back and started again, and everything was going fine. Me and my husband was watching a series on TV, and I knitted and knitted, and I thought everything was okay. And then I see that I have done so many mistakes. Yeah, so I had to rip back again, so many rows, and I just put it away, and I was just so angry with it. But now I've been knitting on it. I'm done with the Bitcoin motif, and I've split 4 sleeves, and now it's just around and around with one color. I'm so happy. So now I can show it to you. So you can see the B is the right way. Yeah. I've also taken a few borders from the December Skog sweater that I just knitted for myself, just to have something on the top as well. I don't know if it was necessary, but now it's done. So this is the way it's going to be. The yarn I'm knitting with is Drops Charisma, 11 orange and 5 black. I'm knitting the size 4, and I'm knitting on 3.5 and 4 millimeter needles, US 4 and 6. And I think it looks okay. My husband is happy. He's probably going to get this for Christmas, even though he knows about it. I'm just going to wrap it anyway. So I think this will be a good sweater for him. I hope that the color work will even out a little bit in washing, because it's not very neat. You can see here it folds, but I think it will be okay. I have tried ladderback jacquard this time, so you can see maybe in the middle here. No, it's so hard to see and point. Here it's a ladder. I don't know, you can see it. It's black, but it's like the ladderback is going up here. It's very difficult to see with the black yarn, but I've been doing that in the middle of the bees. Yeah, and that's very handy, but I still feel like it looks kind of bunched up right in the middle anyway. But hopefully a wash and block will help that. And of course there is short rows above, and there is also short rows under the colorwork, just like it is in the Nordic Noel sweater. So hopefully this will be a very good sweater in the end. But now I just have to knit and knit and knit, and so it's not really been knitted too much on after I split 4 sleeves, but it's going to be a good project to take with me if I am going somewhere. In my beautiful Christmas bag I have the Fidalgo cardigan by Michele Frazzetta. This is a cardigan that I'm knitting together with a friend, which is so much fun. And this was also gifted to me, the pattern from my friend, so I'm so grateful, and I'm having so much fun knitting on this. Here it is. It's quite bunched up right now because I'm in the middle of a row. I'm in the middle of a row. Why am I? Okay, we'll try. It's a lot of yarn as well, as you can see, a lot of ends, because it's a dropped shoulder. Maybe the back is better to see the beautiful pattern. So as you can see, it's a broken rib stitch. and now I have started or split for the sleeves, so now it's just back and forth, which normally isn't too much fun on a cardigan, I think, because you have to do so much purling. But when it's a broken rib stitch, it's not only purling. So yeah, that makes it a little bit easier, I think, a little bit more. I don't know if engaging is the right word I want to say, but it is something else than just purling. Feels like the hand gets a break every now and then with some knit stitches in there, so that's good. And you also do the button band as you go. So now I've started to do buttonholes. Where is the first one? Here. And that's nice because when you're done with the body, it's you don't have to go back and do the button band, which I appreciate, because I took it upon me to do a double knitted button band for my friend. I don't know if I talked about this last time, but I did do that for my friend. She knitted the champagne cardigan, and she said she had so much trouble with the double knitted button band, and I just did that on my own champagne cardigan. So I said yes, I regret it. But now I'm done, and my friend is very grateful, so it's good. It ended well, even though I had a few. Yeah, I wasn't happy with this double knitted button band because we had a very different gauge. Me and my friend, she is a much tighter knitter than I am, and that makes a difference on the double knitted button band as well. But I think I figured it out, and I made it work. But all of this to say, I'm so happy that I'm knitting this button band as I go, and I don't have to go back. And I think it looks very nice too. The yarn is Viking wool in the color Rust, number 553. I'm knitting on 3.75 millimeter needles, which is US 5, and I'm plugging along on this one. It's very easy now. All you have to do is remember to do some buttonholes here and there, and yeah, I don't think it's very much left before I can do the ribbing, and a little bit, of course, but not a lot. So, and then it's just the arms or the sleeves, and then voila. It's I try to knit a little bit on it every day, but I have a lot of things that I really want to finish before Christmas. So yeah, it's not going very fast, but it's fun. I am very excited to have this cardigan done, to be able to wear it. I really like this color so much. Ooh, yeah, and it's this yarn. Oh my, it's so soft. It's going to be wonderful. Okay, then, like I said, I've started another Cloudweave scarf by Anniina Juuti. This is also going to be a Christmas gift. I'm not very far on this one. I'm knitting also this in Drops Air. And this time I'm knitting in number 10, which is called Fog. It's a very beautiful color. It has this blue-gray color, I would say. It's marled. I really like this color, and I hope my friend will too. I'm still knitting the smallest size scarf, and I am still knitting on 4mm needles US 6 using my Chaigu bamboo needles, interchangeable. I really like these so much. Yeah, so I'm not far on this one. This is also something I try to knit on every day. I really enjoy it, but it doesn't go by very fast. I would imagine that it did, but I feel like it takes a little bit of time. Maybe because it's a lot of the same, but I think it's so nice. So yeah, again, a very nice gift knit, and also a scarf that I would love to have myself in the future. And then I am also knitting on some socks. This was actually a prize. I won a yarn kit with yarn from Hillevåg and also a sock pattern in there, which I won in the square relay that I've been talking about. I talk about it at least once a month, where we have this square that we are knitting here in Norway. And I won't talk about it now, but if you've been here before, you know what I mean. And it's the Fjell sock yarn from Hillevåg in this white nature color. And the socks are called Flette socks, which is translated to cabled socks. And it's a pattern from Hillevåg. It doesn't say who by, but someone that designs for Hillevåg. I am knitting the size woman. It's 3 sizes in this pattern, 2 child sizes and 1 size called woman. And I'm knitting on 3.5 and 4mm needles US 4 and 6. And these, I've taken it on a sock blocker to try and show you. I'm on the first sock still, and it's I think it's a DK weight yarn, or maybe even a little bit thicker. So it goes by fast. So it's quite a long leg, and then it's just a stockinette heel. And now I'm just knitting away on the foot. And I love these sock blockers that I have. I'm going to knit until I am here, and then I have to start the toe for my size. They are standing on my size, and I can take this back and forth as I need it when I'm knitting on other sizes, so it's very handy. But yeah, I'm soon done with this, but I was interrupted by another Norwegian podcaster who asked me to do a test knit for another sock, so I've started that, which has quite a short test period because it's going to be an Advent mystery. So I'm knitting on that now, but I can't show it to you because it's an Advent mystery. Even though I'm sure most of you are not Norwegian and it's not maybe participating because it's in Norwegian, but still, I want to not show it to you now, but I want to show it to you when it's okay for me to do so, because it's going to be a very nice Christmassy sock. I've been continuing knitting on the Imogene collection. Now I was done with the cowl. I've started on some mitts, fingerless mittens. I did debate doing the full mittens, but when I'm out walking with the dog and holding the leash, it's better to have and have to find some dog treats and all of that. I think maybe fingerless mittens are the best. So, and I can always knit the mittens as well if I have enough yarn. I have finished the one mitt, but I can show you the yarn first. It's the same yarn as in the cowl. It's Tropsnor. It's 29 marzipan, number 9 deep ocean, and number 20 blush. And I'm knitting on 3.5mm needles US 4. And actually these went by very fast. I knitted one mitten in a couple of hours. So here it is. And the thumb. I think this will look very nice together with the cowl. Let's just see them together. Yeah. And also I'm going to knit the hat, of course. So I have a set. So I've just put on some stitch markers to let me know how many rows I've been knitting and so on. So I think this will be good. I knitted the ribbing here a little bit longer than it says in the pattern because I wanted to go under my jacket, so to keep me warm. Because I feel when I was out this morning, I go out very early. I go out 6 a.m. in the morning to walk my dog. And right now it's very cold outside. It's supposed to snow tomorrow. So but I felt it today between my jacket and the rest of my hand. It's very cold, so I feel like if I put these under and I can put my jacket over, it will keep me warm. Yeah, I really like these. So I am excited to get the next one knit. I will do that very soon. The next one is started, and I know it's just a couple of hours and I have these done. And I can do the hat. Yesterday I went to my local yarn store to get some yarn for a plan that I have. In December there are a lot of different mystery knit-alongs going on, and I like to join a couple of them. And this year I decided to join Mitten Mystery Knit-along by Vivian Aas. Vivian Aas is a Norwegian designer. She's the designer behind my Christmas sweater this year that I knit, the December Skog sweater. And this knit-along actually starts very soon, next week I think. So, and it only goes until 13th or 14th of December, which is very nice. The whole goal is to have a couple of mittens done before like the real busyness of Christmas starts, which I think is a very good thing. A lot of the other mysteries goes all of the way through December, which is also fun, but it's nice to have something that is done in the middle of December as well. I'm not a big mitten knitter, but I think this will help me knit some mittens in a very fun way, to join together with several people. Excuse me. So I am going to use these yarns. The designer, have when you buy the pattern, you get a couple of hints and some information about the knit-along, and she also gives you 3 different suggestions to colors you can choose. and in the yarn that she suggests to knit this mitten in. And I went for one of her suggestions. What a difficult word. I went for one of them, and the yarn that she suggests is Rauma Finull, which is a Norwegian wool, which is one of my favorite wool, I think. Maybe my desert island wool. I wrote down the numbers for the colors and everything, and my local yarn store have a big selection of Rauma Finull. But there was 2 colors I couldn't find, so I just have to find something that was almost the same. So as you can see, I've gone for a very Christmassy palette. These 2 was the right one that she, the designer, suggested. Sorry. So this is a gray and a white, and then a green marled one was in her, or what was one of the colors. But I had to find another one that looked similar. And then I also have this red. It was more of a wine red color that was in the collection of colors there, but I didn't find that one, so I had to go for another one. But I think it will be nice. So now I'm very excited to get my first clue next week and to get started and to see what this is going to be. I can't remember the name of the mystery mitten, but maybe I can put it on the screen, because of course that will give you some thoughts about what it might be. But that is my only yarn purchase, my only Yarnjoy this week, which is more than enough, I have to say. But Rauma Finull is something that I always think is nice to buy, because I use it in my blanket, the square relay, and I also use the leftovers for another blanket. It's a yarn that I love, so I'm not mad about having a lot of that in my stash. So that is actually everything I have for you guys today. But I hope you enjoyed your time together with me. If you're still here, I think you are the best. Thank you so much. I hope you have good days now that we are getting closer and closer till December. I'm excited. I actually remembered that the next time we talk, it is December. And I am thinking about doing Vlogmas. I have been very much back and forth about that, because it takes a lot of time and my life is not exciting. I don't do a lot of stuff, but I do love to make Vlogmas and just film a little snippets here and there, but it might not be every day as it was the last few years. And I hope that's okay for you. I know Vlogmas isn't for everyone, and not everyone likes to see it. I know I get less views when I make Vlogmas, but that's not a problem for me as long as I think it's fun to do. So maybe I will just put up a few episodes here and there, maybe every second day or every third day or something like that. So if you think that's fun, then tell me. And if you don't think that's fun, that's fine. I respect that so much. I just love to watch Vlogmas myself so much. I think it's a very nice way, cozy way to go into the festive season. But if I don't see you in another podcast, maybe this is the last podcast of the year then. If I do Vlogmas, we'll see. But I hope that you are well and that you are knitting on something fun. And yeah, take care. We'll see you soon. Happy knitting. Bye, my friends.